Hello, Fantasy Gods. Welcome to the Drew Review, Week 6. We've got our unofficial beer sponsor, of course. We're going glass this time, classing it up. Got 5 wins. Just gonna enjoy that, 5-1. Cheers to you. Cheers to you all. They always feel better after a win, man. They always feel better after a win. Let's dive in, shall we? The Drew Review, we're going to get started with the Monday Night Showdown. Stefon Diggs gave it his best effort, but ultimately Casey Lutz comes out on top in this one. Not an impressive performance, but Derrick Henry was ultimately the buoy that Casey needed for Let's Go Joe to get over the hump. Old Zany came in late Monday Night Football, won the game against Madison. Monday night doubleheader. Let's make this a thing. I'm loving this every single week. Team has talent. Let's Go Joe has talent, wide receiver and running back position, but the quarterback play and ultimately depth and consistency are the heels that I'm seeing out of this team. We'll have to see how he turns out as we move forward. Getting that win was crucial, though. 4-2 is a big difference. Madison, you came up just a little shy in this one. Great performance, good performance, somewhere in the middle of there. Consecutive weeks, you had Monday Night Football, Stefon Diggs, what's going to happen. Lamar Jackson did answer the call, 100-yard rushing game. I know I called him out last week, and he showed me. Kittle's back. Can't guard Mike is coming back. And with Lamar Jackson playing this way, it's going to be an absolute showdown next week against Toasted S'mores Shake. So, bring your A game. John O'Connor, what is there to say, man? All I can say is I raise a glass to you. 180 points, that's a league high, league record for the 2020 season. Masterful performance with 3 cherry on top garbage time touchdowns from Justin Jefferson, Kenyon Drake, and Amari Cooper. 6 players with 20 points, racking up all the points he needed to help him with the seeding. Yahoo's going to give him a better grade than I am, spoiler alert, but 180 points, great work. Chris Mansbach, not a single player over 20 points. You didn't have anyone hurt, no one on injury, no games postponed. It's just not a good look. Tough to win like that. No players on bye either. You're really going to have to be better with your starting lineup. I mean, that's your team, and they didn't show up. Stephen Creech, Yahoo grade of an A-. You had no Kamara, no Chubb, no problem. Cruise to another good performance and the W. With the Texans likely in shootouts every single week because that defense is god-awful. Deshaun Watson's going to be a great player, and every single week he's going to put up good numbers. So you're solid at quarterback. You obviously got the running backs when they get back healthy. It's going to be a dogfight. Anytime you got Bo Lightning on the schedule, you're going to have to put up some points to get that win. Dominic, oh man, stick a fork in him. He's getting the official Kamish Kabosh. Cooking up some Beckham is done. He's done. Focus on drinking. Focus on being a Steelers fan because nothing good's going to happen for you in Fantasy Gods. I'm sorry to say that. We're only 6 weeks in, but you're 1-5. And when you're not getting wins, the schedule doesn't get easier. You got to be better, and you haven't performed thus far. There's just too many good teams. You can't make a run for the belt from 1-5. Could be wrong. I hope you proved me wrong, but I'm not wrong very often. Mike Williams. Here we go. We've got mixing it up. Back-to-back 130-plus performance games. Vintage Julio performance in this one. Roster coming into form. He faces off against me next week. So we'll see. Well, that's the ultimate litmus test for you. We'll see if you're legit and you're up to snuff to really make a run in this league. He beats Kevin Kalman this week. Yahoo grade of a C. He had 3 consecutive wins. But this was a bad performance out of most of the roster. Madison was drafted for this one game when Dalvin Cook is out, and he ultimately got boned by Kirk Cousins, who threw 3 interceptions in the first half, and they were playing from behind the whole game. So there's no game script where that works for Alexander Mattison. He is hoping that Bell gets a solid role there in Kansas City because there's very other little reason to be hopeful about his running backs on his roster. And then we get to the commish. Got another win. Yahoo grade of a B+. Gardner garbage time gets another touchdown late to Keelan Cole. We pick up 2 touchdowns out of Trey Burton. Despite a terrible game on Monday Night Football, Zeke Elliott can't hold on to the football. Team's on his back, and he crumbled under the pressure. I had plenty of cushion, though. Toasted s'more shake, sorry to say it, but never really was worried at all. Biggs, you got a C+ in this one. I won't pick on him too much. I mean, injuries have just absolutely decimated this team. Now the question is, who's going to be the guy that loses to him? He just got a win in the other league that I'm in with him. I don't think he's going to go winless. Who's going to be that guy that loses to Toasted S'more? Chris Roper, I got Yahoo grade of an A here. This is what Roper's been looking for. Running back depth came true again. Falcons are clearly better without Dan Quinn. Matt Ryan is playing like a brand new man. He gets the best out of Julio. It could be a lot more improved value moving forward for Matt Ryan. So I'll be interested to see how that guy leads your team to victories moving forward. He beats Alan Shikuski this week. Yahoo grade of an F. Go check that out in the recap. I don't know if I've ever seen it. 2 touchdowns for the entire starting roster that has Patrick Mahomes on it. Failed to start DeAndre Swift. I mean, I guess you could make an argument that was the right call, but even if he started him, he still loses by 30. So refocus, try to get a win. Next week, you do face off against Bo Lightning. So you're going to need that one or you fall below 500. That's not a good mark. So that'll do it for the Drew review. Now we're going to jump into these power rankings. This is the fun part, folks. Moment we've been waiting for. We're going to start at the bottom. We know who this is. Toasted S'more Shake, Grant Bigelin, 0-6. We kind of know who's going to be at the bottom of the league, but maybe he makes a move, and that's embarrassing for whoever he jumps. So, at number 11, we've got Cook Me Some Beckham, the official Kamish Kabosh. He's done, folks. He's done. He's going to focus on being a Steelers fan and running Warzone games on his Twitch stream. Chris Mansbach, I got you. Saquon UC at the 10 spot. Nothing to be confident about right now. I know your team has put up some good weeks, but also some really bad ones. Again, I could be wrong, but I'm rarely wrong. So here we go. Kevin Cowman, I got you at the 9 spot here. Power rankings number 6. You're just going to change your name every week to show, I guess, respect when it moves forward. Are you going to change it from 6 to 9? I guess we'll see. Mike Williams, I got you mixing it up. Moving on up to the 8th spot here. You did put back-to-back 130-point performances, and the league is, I don't know if the league's noticing, but the commission's noticing. So you're putting up points consistently. That's how you get wins. Alan Shikuski moving all the way down to the 7th spot. Christian McCaffrey comes back in week 8, but you have a week with 2 touchdowns, and you have Patrick Mahomes on that roster. I'm going to need to see better because nothing on that roster this week was impressive. And word on the street is there might be a tattoo in your future in a league we all know about. Oh, then we've got Chris Roper, Fantasy Bay at 6th spot. That is just getting into the playoffs, as he said earlier this season. That's right where he wants to be. Just fringe guy, come in, maybe take somebody out in the playoffs. Madison, number 1 Jags ticket rep, got you at the 5 spot here. We all know Can't Guard Mike's coming back. We've been talking about it all year. You've put up solid, high-scoring performances even without him. So we're expecting you to continue to win. Just stay healthy. John O'Connor, Kasicki with the sticky with the 0, but he still put up 180. So let's all give him a round of applause. You may not like it, but you gotta respect it. Casey Lutz, let's go Joe in the 3 spot. I got you. You got jumped, man. You got jumped. You can't put up, the shaky performance. I know you got the win, but, Bo Lightning's been scoring consecutively, good weeks. And, you have that buoy of Derrick Henry, King Henry, that's really bringing you to the win this week. The rest of your roster didn't really show up. So I got to put Bo Lightning above you at 4-1. Bo Lightning comes in at the 2 spot, not the number 1. That's reserved for the guy with the most points, been dominating all season. So Bo Lightning got you at number 2, and CD's Nuts reigning 3 weeks in a row, might be 4. I don't know. It's been a while. Still at number 1. CD's Nuts at the number 1 spot in the power rankings. That's week 6, folks. It's really heating up. We got 7 teams at 3-3. We're mid-season, but it's anybody's game. There's only 2 teams that are out of it at this point. They're not statistically eliminated, but they are logically. So best of luck to all of you. Continue to get wins. Continue to make moves. Shout out to John O'Connor. We're here at the midway point of the regular season just about, and he's got the most waiver moves or just general moves, 25 moves. So congrats on that, and best of luck. Let's get it going. Fantasy Gods, Kamish out.